Hello, my name's Randy. In this Treehouse Quick Tip, we'll look at how to improve your site's performance with CSS Sprites. A sprite is a collection of images combined into a single image file. Having these images in one file reduces the number of times visitors to your site have to request images from your web server. Let me walk you through a simple example. This is the top navigation for a website I'm currently working on. Each of the 3 links in the menu has a related icon: a shirt icon, a phone icon, or a shopping cart icon. I currently have those icons as 3 separate image files. Looking at the CSS, you'll notice first that I have some common styles here that apply to all of the menu items. After that, I have specific CSS targeting each link individually. Each of these specific CSS rules references a different image file for the background image. When someone visits your website, they enter a web address in their browser. This sends off a request to your web server. The web server finds the HTML file and sends it back. The browser then sends off a request for any style sheets referenced in the HTML file, and the web server sends them back. The browser then sends off separate requests for each of the images referenced in that CSS file. Each of these requests to the web server takes time. Content travels through the internet quickly, but it won't ever be instantaneous. Each separate request could experience delays at any of the many stops along the network from your web server back to the browser. If a page has dozens of images, you can reduce the number of requests considerably by using a CSS Sprite. Let's now change the header on this site to use a sprite instead of 3 separate images. You can use an image editor to create a new image containing all 3 images, like this. This image here is a sprite. I can change my CSS to reference this new sprite. I can put that style up here because it will be the same for every link. The background image file will no longer be different from link to link. Back in the browser, all the links will show the same icon now. The image file is a lot bigger than the link, so only part of the image is showing through. CSS Sprites take advantage of that fact. To change the icon, we need to change the position of the background image. Let me change it for the contact link first, just a little bit, so you can see what's happening. The first number of background position corresponds to the left coordinate. The second number corresponds to the top coordinate. This moves the background image for the contact link up a little bit. The whole image is roughly right here, but only a chunk of it shows through. If we change the background position even more, it will continue to raise until the phone icon is the only one that shows through. For this particular sprite, I made the images 100 pixels apart. This number should do the trick to show the phone image for the contact link. To get the cart icon to show, we need to move the image up even further. There, we have the icons for all 3 links in place using one CSS Sprite. Let me show you one example of this in action on a live site. Media Temple's grid service page lists each of the major features available for the plan. Each feature has its own icon or badge. These badges all reside in one file that looks like this. This Sprite file has over 50 icons in it that are used in various places across their site. Media Temple's Sprite file significantly reduces the number of requests required for each of those little badges. You should now have a basic understanding of how CSS Sprites work, and you should be ready to start putting your first CSS Sprite into place.